Good morning, my dear children. Have a blessed Monday. Our today's topic is meiosis. So, in the previous class, I taught you about mitosis. Do you remember? See, mitosis is a kind of cell division which takes place in all the body cells. Here, one parent cell divides into two identical daughter cells, each with a nucleus having the same amount of DNA, same number of chromosomes and genes as a parent cell. Also, this mitosis is called as equational cell division. It is a kind of asexual reproduction. This normally happens in the somatic cells or body cells. For example, if you take a starfish, if any one part of the starfish is removed or damaged, it automatically grows its body cell. Like with cactus. A small part of a cactus, if it falls over a soil, again it can grow into a new plant. So these are all a kind of cell division which happens asexually. Here sex is not involved. So this kind of cell division, we say it as mitosis. So remember, equational cell division takes place. Why means the same number of DNA will be produced. The new cell produced will be resembling the parent cell. So a single parent can give birth to a two daughter cells of same number of chromosomes. That is mitosis cell division. I have taught you well in the previous class about this mitosis. And today's topic is meiosis. This meiosis undergoes sexual reproduction. So this meiosis is very much helpful in the sexual reproduction. This happens with all the higher organisms like humans, plants and animals. This meiosis was first coined by Farmer in the year of 1905. This is a kind of cell division that produces the sex cells or gametes, which is responsible for the reproduction. And also it is called as reduction division. This meiosis is otherwise called as reduction division. So if I want to tell you clearly, a male gamete and a female gamete fused to produce an embryo. From the embryo only, young one will develop. So male and female fuse and produce a new one or an offspring. A young one is produced of same kind. So that is what we say it as meiotic cell division. Okay, so this involves asexual reproduction. So the mild difference about this mitosis and meiosis is to be known to you children. The process that gives rise to haploid cell from diploid one is called as meiosis. Haploid cell is what? Single set of chromosome, that is 23 chromosomes will be present. Naturally all the body cells will have cell which have 46 number of chromosome. That's what we say it is diploid cell. So all the body cells will have diploid number of chromosome. How many number of chromosomes will be there? 46 number of chromosomes will be there in all the body cells. But that is completely different for the reproductive cell. That is male and female gametes will have only haploid number of chromosomes. That is what we say it is reproductive cells. So this reproductive cells, remember children, this reproductive is very important point is this, all the reproductive cells will have haploid number of chromosomes. That is 23 number of chromosomes. That is single set of chromosomes will be present in the reproductive cells. But all the body cells will have diploid number of chromosomes. That is 46 number of chromosomes. Two sets of chromosomes will be there in diploid cell, that is body cell. But in the reproductive cell, haploid 23 number of chromosomes will be present. This is very important to be remembered. Body cells having diploid cell, that is two sets of chromosome. Reproductive cell having haploid cell, that is single set of chromosome. You may ask why. See, I'll tell you this calculation. Suppose if a male gamete is having 46 number of chromosome and female gamete is having 46 number of chromosome, means when male gamete and female gamete fuse together and produce the embryo, that embryo will have 92 number of chromosomes. Just imagine. This is not at all possible. So this calculation is completely wrong. Then what happens in the meiosis? Only 23 number of chromosomes are present in the male gamete and 23 number of chromosomes will be present in the female gamete, and that's why it can produce an embryo with 46 number of chromosomes. Naturally, the DNA or the cell should have only 46 number of chromosomes. So now the calculation is right. So remember children, all the reproductive cells, male and female gametes will have single set of chromosome, that is haploid cells, which has 23 number of chromosomes. So this 23 and 23 fuse and produce an embryo, that is young one, which is having 46 number of chromosomes. Am I clear children? So this process only we say it as meiosis. So the phenomenon which produces 4 daughter cells each with half the number of chromosomes compared to the single parent cell is what we say it is meiosis. I'll explain you clearly children. So from the body cell only, this daughter cells, 4 daughter cells can be formed. That is the process of meiosis. This meiosis is otherwise called as reductional division. So from a diploid, that is 46 chromosomes are present in the diploid cell. From the body cell, 46 number of chromosomes will be present in the body cell, that is somatic cell. From that, 4 daughter cells are produced at the end of meiosis. So in the meiosis cell division, 4 daughter cells are produced and these 4 daughter cells are having haploid number of chromosome, that is single set of chromosome. From 46, it is reduced to 23 number of chromosomes. So the 4 daughter cells which are produced are having only single set of chromosome, that is 23, 23, 23, 23. From 46 it is reduced to 23. No, that's why it is called as reduction division. Am I clear children? See, somatic cell is having how many chromosomes? 46 number of chromosome. It is called as diploid cell. So from the diploid cell, it is reduced to haploid cells. 4 set of daughter cells are produced. This term, this phenomenon is what we say it is meiosis. Sorry. In the stage of meiosis, various stages undergoes. I'll explain you that. So here, this is a difference shown for mitosis and meiosis cell division. Mitosis cell division are happening in the body cells. They have diploid cells, 46 number of cells and 46 number of chromosomes, and the same number of chromosomes will be there in the daughter cells in the process of mitosis. But it is completely different for meiosis. Not 2 daughter cells. Here 4 daughter cells are produced. So it undergoes two steps. Okay. So today we will see in detail about this meiosis cell division. So the phenomenon which produces 4 daughter cells each with half the number of chromosomes compared to the single parent cell is called as meiosis cell division. So this meiosis cell division is undergoing 2 stages. So two kind of divisions will be happening in this meiosis cell division. One is heterotypic division or first meiotic division, and second one homotypic division or second meiotic division. So here first we'll see the heterotypic division. This consists of 5 stages: prophase 1, metaphase 1, anaphase 1, telophase 1, and one more stage is there, cytokinesis, that is division of cytoplasm. First we'll see meiosis 1. In meiosis 1 I told you 5 stages are there: prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase, and cytokinesis 1. In that, prophase 1 is a longer stage. It is taking longer duration. That prophase 1 is divided into 5 substages. They are leptotene, zygotene, patchtine, diplotene, and diakinesis. So what are the substages in prophase 1? Leptotene, zygotene, patchtine, diplotene, and diakinesis. First we'll see about prophase 1. In the prophase 1, I told you 5 stages are there, no? I'll tell you shortly what happens there. The DNA get condenses. That is a chromatin thread get condenses. This chromatin, where it is present? It is present inside the nucleus. Okay, this get condensed and form a chromosome. So the chromatin threads get condensed and form a chromosome. Chromosome is what? Chromatids getting attached to the centromere. Centromere is in the middle. And then this chromatins get attached. Okay, get attached to what? Centromere. And this condensed chromosome try to pair each other and share the DNA material among themselves. Okay, maternal as well as paternal chromosomes will be present and the DNA is shared among themselves, and this process we say it as synapses. And then the DNA, that is information, so not information, the DNA material or the living material is getting paired or shared with each other, which we say it as crossing over. And then it is getting ready to move away from each other. That's how the DNA is shared among the maternal as well as paternal chromosomes. I'll explain you step by step, children. First one, prophase 1. First subdivision is what in prophase 1? Leptotene. In leptotene, see clearly, this picture I'll show you very clearly. This is what cell. Inside a cell, the chromosomes become uncoiled and showing long thread-like structure taking up specific orientation. Okay, and next stage is what? Zygotene. So here two homologous chromosomes they are approaching each other and begin to pair. So this pairing of homologous chromosome is called as synapses. They are pairing each other. These chromosomes are approaching each other and they begin to pair each other. That's what we say it as synapses. And these chromatids are otherwise said to be tetrad. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 chromatids are there. Okay, so that is tetrad. And they are bivalent in nature. They are they are getting ready to share the DNA among themselves. And next stage is what? Patchtine. So in patchtine, what happens? In patchtine, see here clearly, the patchtine, what happens? The chromosomes are pairing each other and forming the bivalent. Each bivalent now contain 4 chromatids called a tetrad stage, and this homologous chromosomes of each pair begin to separate. They do not completely separate, but they remain attached together at one or more point by X-shaped arrangement. Can you notice? X-shaped arrangement. This arrangement is called as chiasmata or chiasma. The chromatids break at these points and the broken segments may be interchanged, which we say it is crossing over. Why? Here only the genetic recombination takes place. The genetic material DNA is exchanged among themselves. And next stage is what? Diploid. In diploid, each individual chromosome which are bivalent begin to split longitudinally into 2 similar chromatids. They are beginning to split from each other. Can you notice? So this chiasmata are beginning to move along the length of the centromere, chromosome from the centromere towards the end. That's what it is resulting in the terminalization. This stage we say it as terminalization. Remember, diploid. They are trying to move away from each other after sharing the DNA material, that is living material. And next stage is what? Diakinesis. This diakinesis, what happens? The paired chromosome are shortened and thickened. The nuclear membrane as well as nucleolus begin to disappear here. And spindle fibers here again reappear. Okay, so remember children, the nuclear membrane and nucleolus begin to disappear, and what is appearing here? Spindle fiber. And what is the purpose of spindle fiber? You can see the blue color lines. What they are the spindle fibers. What is its duty actually? The spindle fibers get attached to the chromatids. Sorry, not chromatids, centromere. So since it is attached to the centromere, it will be pulled along the poles. Wait, I'll tell you clearly. This is what stage? Metaphase stage 1. Now prophase 1 is over. I told you prophase 1 is a longer duration. That is, it takes longer duration. Undergoes different stages. What are they? Leptotene, zygotine, patchtine, diploid and diakinesis. Next, coming to metaphase 1. Metaphase 1, the chromosomes move towards the equator and finally they orient themselves on the equator line. The 2 chromatids of each chromosome do not separate. And centromere also does not divide. Sorry. The chromosomes are arranged in a equatorial plate. Okay, and next is what? Sorry, children. Next to metaphase is anaphase 1. Here in anaphase 1, the homologous chromosomes separate from each other and move towards opposite poles. You can notice in the diagram. In metaphase 1, spindle fibers get attached to the centromere. And next stage, anaphase 1, there these chromosomes are pulled towards each other in opposite poles. This is anaphase 1. You can see that in the in this picture clearly. And next stage is what? Telophase 1. In telophase 1, the nuclear membrane as well as nucleolus begin to reappear, and the cells have haploid set of chromosomes. The haploid number of chromosomes is what? Single set of chromosome which is having 23 number of chromosomes. The haploid number of chromosomes after reaching their respective poles become uncoiled and elongated. The nuclear membrane and the nucleolus will reappear here and 2 daughter nuclei are formed. And next is cytokinesis. The word cytokinesis means what? Cytoplasmic division. So cytoplasmic division occurs and 2 haploid cells are formed now finally in the stage of meiosis I. So in meiosis I, what is happening? 2 daughter cells are produced from the parent cell. Okay, and next again it continues, it is not stopped. Now 2 daughter cells are formed, and next coming to with that the meiosis I is over. Meiosis I is over, and next meiosis II starts. In between meiosis I and meiosis II, there is a stage called interkinesis. That means the cell is getting ready for cell division. Again the cell division will be continued, no? So the cell is getting ready, and again the next meiosis II starts. In meiosis II, the same thing will be repeated. What we saw in meiosis I, that is prophase 1, prophase 2, prophase 1, metaphase 1, anaphase 1, telophase 1, cytokinesis 1, we saw, no? Likewise, in meiosis II also, all the same kind of stages will be repeated, but it's numbered as 2. See here, prophase 2. In prophase 2, what happens? The nuclear membrane and nucleolus start disappearing, and the chromosomes again start to condense and become short and compact. This happens in prophase 2. Okay, and next to prophase 2, metaphase 2, here the chromosomes, they are just getting arranged in the equator form, getting ready for splitting. Okay, that is happening in metaphase 2. So the chromosomes get arranged on the equator, and the 2 chromatids are separated here. Metaphase 2. Can you see the chromosomes are arranged in a same line, that is equatorial line. And next is anaphase 2. Here what happens? The sister chromatids separate from each other and move to the opposite poles. You remember, anaphase means moving towards the poles. Okay, they move to the opposite poles due to the contraction of spindle fibers. The spindle fibers will pull the chromosomes towards themselves, towards the poles. That is anaphase 1, anaphase 2. Okay, the separated chromatids become daughter chromosomes, and they move to the opposite poles. Okay, and next is what? Telophase 2. In telophase 2, what happens? The daughter chromosomes are centered. Nuclear membrane and nucleolus will again reappear here. Telophase. The telophase means what happens? Remember this. Nuclear membrane and nucleolus will reappear. Okay. And where it is disappearing? Always in prophase. In prophase, nuclear and nucleolus will disappear. Nuclear membrane and nucleolus will disappear in prophase, and again it reappears where? In the telophase. Okay, and next cytokinesis 2. Here 2 cells are formed from each haploid daughter cell, resulting in the formation of 4 cells with haploid number of chromosomes. So here 4 daughter cells are formed. In the stage of meiosis I, 2 daughter cells are formed, and in the stage of meiosis II, 4 daughter cells are formed. Finally, 4 haploid cells are formed. Okay, what's the significance? The constant number of chromosomes in a given species is maintained by the meiotic division. So finally 4 daughter cells are formed. The word cytokinesis means what? The cytoplasm itself is getting divided. And finally the 4 gametes are formed with the haploid number of cells. Only 23 chromosomes will be present in this haploid cells. So 4 daughter cells are formed from the 46 number of chromosomes, that is from the body cell, that is 46 number of, from the 46 number of chromosomes, 4 daughter cells are formed which are having only haploid cells, 23 number of chromosomes. So just a recapitulation, Meiosis is otherwise called as reduction division. So from the parent cell, daughter cell is formed. The parent cell is having diploid number of cells, that is 2n. And it is from the parent cell, haploid cell is formed, which is just single n. So from one cell, 4 daughter cells are produced. That is, from diploid cell, 4 haploid cells are produced. So this meiosis is of 2 stages, meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. In meiosis 1, 4 stages are there: prophase 1, metaphase 1, anaphase 1 and telophase 1. Finally, cytokinesis 1. Okay, here prophase 1 is a longer phase. In prophase 1, 5 stages are occurring: leptotene, zygote, pachytene, diplotin and diakinesis. And after prophase 1, metaphase 1, anaphase 1, telophase 1. And cytokinesis is what? Division of the cell, cytoplasm itself with the nucleus. Here only actual reduction division takes place. Reduction division in the sense 46 is reduced to 23. And next, coming to meiosis 2. In meiosis 2, prophase 2, metaphase 2, anaphase 2 and telophase 2. Okay, and there finally cytokinesis 2 also occurs. There 4 daughter cells are formed at the end of the stage cytokinesis. With this, meiosis cell division is over, children. Thank you.